What's going on, guys? I am Simple Simon, and welcome to Collectibles Show and Tell. That's right, let's do this. Let's quickly say hello to the few people in the chat room. Q, what is going on? Hope you got some sleep last night. White Shadow, he is on my list. Future guest. Why did I do that? That's Remy. Sarah, she's sick in bed. She should have gone to work, but she's got a sore throat and sounds really weird. So hope you're feeling better, baby. MadSpidey is here. Superrus, what is going on? All right. Anyone catching the replay? Before we get started, make sure you check out the description below. Follow all my guests. I've got links to their Instagram, YouTubes, and all that good stuff. And I've also got a link to every previous episode. So you can scroll through, check out all the cool guests I've had on the show before, and check out some of the older episodes. Anyway, let's bring on my guest today. The first one, he hasn't been on since episode 3, and back then I told him he had to be separated from his co-host because otherwise they misbehave. So he is back, and it is.
What did we do,
mate? You guys. I was waiting.
I thought we brought some of the best and most unique collectibles.
You waited till the last round too to mess with me. Like we got through the whole show, and I was like, "Oh, these guys."
I don't think we messed with you. I even AOK'd it too. Do you have it near you?
It's sitting on my shelf. I'll film a thing. It's really fun. I've got all this stuff on the shelf, and randomly, it's just sitting in amongst it.
You need to show it off by the end of the show today.
All right. So you're back. We'll see what kind of tricks he's got up his sleeve today.
No tricks, just collectibles.
Yeah, mate. I never know when to take you seriously. So my next guest, first time on the channel, I believe. He's what I call a former champion of the Simpleverse because he's won one of my giveaways. He was the winner of my 900 subscriber lick-worthy mystery box. And I don't think he even knew what he was winning because he got the box. And he's like, oh, I can't remember what it was. I think it was a mystery box. And then he opened it up. He's like, oh. So please welcome Jonathan, War Machine Punisher. What's going on, mate? How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Thank you for having me on.
All good, mate. And like I said, you're one of those guys who I'm sure will make plenty of appearances in the future because you've got stuff you could show forever, right?
Absolutely.
And for the first time ever, I have 2 returning guests. This is what happens when you plan things too last minute and you can't secure a third guest. I will be the third guest. I'll be playing today for the first time in a long time.
So, well, that's a weak reveal. And it's me.
So, yes, it will be hopefully a fun one. Who else is... Zelda Ball Z, what is going on?
What's
Cake
that?
and Tori review, what is happening? No, never again.
Both,
never.
Yeah, I'm sad.
Again.
But we do have like an honorary Whack Daddy with Jonathan. So
there you go. That's right. All right. Let's get the show on the road. I literally found all my stuff. I only got home like an hour ago, about 2 hours ago, and I grabbed just what I could. So I'll start as always when I participate. Yes, that is a Hulk 181 behind Jonathan, but there's hopefully not going to be any key issues being shown today, Tyler.
I thought this was a comic book channel.
All right. So my first thing I thought I'd show is a group of things. Every round I've got actually multiple things to show. The first round is for Tyler because I know you're a hashtag Pokemon guy.
Oh, I am.
I thought I'd show some of my collectibles. I know. I thought I'd show some of my collectibles that I have of your favorite Pokemon, which is this dude here.
Oh, Bulbasaur.
Tyler's favorite.
I love Bulbasaur.
He's your favorite, right?
Yeah, everyone knows that.
And then I've got this. So this is one of my first Pokemon collectibles. This thing here. It's like, what do you call these things? Like the little Pokeball terrain sort of things.
So you're a Bulbasaur guy.
Well, here's the story about this. All right. Now, I used to tell this. I haven't told it for a while, but I used to tell this story to death when I first started my channel because I was like the Pokemon noob. I saw a Squirtle one of these because Squirtle was my favorite Pokemon. And then when I went back to buy it, I picked this one. I was like, why does it look different? And then I bought it thinking it was Squirtle. And then one day one of my friends came around. He goes, why do you have a Pokeball? And I was like, because I like Squirtle. And he goes, and I have no idea that my friend even knew anything about Pokemon. He was like, that's not Squirtle, that's Bulbasaur. And I was like, why do you know that? And he goes, because everyone knows that is Bulbasaur. So,
dude, that's pretty bad.
Yes, but because of that, I also have a bunch of Squirtle stuff because Squirtle is actually
my second favorite.
Yeah, his second favorite, and now my second favorite. He used to be my favorite, but he got bumped for Bulbasaur. So I thought I'd show you a bunch of Squirtle things that I got. So there was an ongoing.
That's the Macca's, right?
Yeah, I think this might be Macca's. Yeah, you're right.
Shouldn't you make yourself big for this? Like,
oh yeah, sorry. Thanks, man. Thanks. That's exactly how I do it. It's been a while. This is a Pokemon soft drink can.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Never seen those. You see these at the Asian groceries. Got one of those. A friend of mine, my friend who told me that this was not Squirtle, actually 3D printed this for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I actually put my Squirtle card on there.
Nice.
And then the last thing is something Sarah bought me, which I think must have been the terrain I originally saw, which is the Squirtle one.
Oh, good. I'm glad you at least got it.
Yeah, so Sarah got that for me, which was very nice. Oh, and I've actually got more Squirtle stuff than Bulbasaur. I feel bad for Bulbasaur. But there you go. That is my Pokemon guy stuff for you, Tyler.
Thank you. I think War Machine Punisher likes Squirtle too.
I'm more of a Blaziken guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, the New Age ones. I'm not a New Age one really, but so before I show mine, I'll just show off my Squirtle that I drew.
That's very good.
But now I'll get into my collectible stuff, and all of my collectibles I'm showing today are more than one because I feel like they all go together, and I couldn't decide like to just show one, kind of like what Simon just did. So this first one, it's kind of a shout out to Simon and Sarah because they share all of their collectibles, and this is one of me and Lisa's shared collectibles. So we love Disney. And it's like, I'd say it's maybe more hers than mine, but I would still claim it at least somewhat as mine. And these are called Wishables. And these are mystery, like, mini plushes. And you don't know what you're going to get. And usually they're in sets of 5. So this is Woody and Jesse.
Is Woody holding a Captain America shield?
No, Woody is actually holding a target because this is from Toy Story Mania, And Toy Story Mania is a game at Disney World. I don't know if it's at Disneyland too. Maybe Jonathan would know.
I thought Disney Mania. I think that's Walt Disney World. No.
Yeah, it's just Disney World. And there's a game where you like shoot targets and get high scores. I've got like Buzz and the Alien, but they're weirdly like pretty fucking expensive too. Where's the one I was going to show? I don't know, but here's Steamboat Willie. I don't know if anyone knows, but Steamboat Willie is like my all-time favorite anything Disney because it's what kicked off Mickey Mouse. This was his first appearance ever. And I've shown this before, but these are the worst things ever because they have a 90-foot tag. Look at this.
It's bigger than the plush.
I know. So this is an older one. They have these little tags, and this one is terrible.
That's ridiculous.
But some of these older ones, though, are insanely expensive. Oh, here it is. Zurg. So Zurg, because these are mysteries and they're limited like release, you can only get them for about a month or just a little longer till they sell out. I think this Zurg is worth like $400 now. Isn't that crazy? And it's a mystery plush for $10. But they're just so hard to find. Like you would think I'm lying. It's just insane. But I also have like, I'm a huge Ratatouille fan, and I have the entire Ratatouille line. I've got Emile, I've got Remy, I've got like these little cars. Yeah, Remy Q baby. So like this is for the new Ratatouille ride at Disney World, and you ride in these cars. So there's like a bunch of different little rats that you can ride in that are different colors. And I had to get these just for Simon. But these are two of the Star Wars ones.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, because Simon is a Star Wars guy. But there is like a couple more. I think there's Luke and Leia and a Stormtrooper maybe. Maybe Chewbacca as well, but these are the only two ones we have of those. But we have most of the entire Wishable line that exists. They've been coming out for like 3 years, and it is an insane collection. And some of them are crazy expensive now. So, yeah, I absolutely love these. Sarah, I actually have a Remy. I can send it to you when I send you stuff.
Did you say they're all from Disney World Land?
And Disneyland, yep.
And that's the only place you can get them?
Yep. Yeah, I think you get them on Shop Disney.
Okay.
But that's it. But they're really fun, and they're really squishy. They feel great in your hand.
Are they as squishy as Squishmallows?
Yeah, I'd say they're a little more squishy than Squishmallows.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Squishmallows feel like a Squishmallow.
Well, I'll send you one when I send you stuff, and you can decide for yourself. So that's my first one, a shared collectible with my wife.
Very nice. Jonathan, what's going on back?
All right. So I ended up making friends with the guy that I bought a collection from. And so his wife was getting on top of him for how big his collection was getting. So every time, I guess, he would look at these jerseys, I guess his wife would get mad and remind him that he like overspent and bought stuff for himself, type thing. So he ended up giving me these jerseys like really inexpensively. And so I've kind of come to appreciate them and collect them. So this is a Roger Staubuck jersey signed.
That is sweet. He went to Navy or something, right? Is that where he went?
And then the next jersey is a Terry Bradshaw signed jersey.
Nice.
And I didn't get a chance to find all of the ones that I have, like as far as I've collected. And he gave them to me for a fairly cheap price. I think like those jerseys maybe cost me about $100 a piece. And the next jerseys that I'm going to show, I ended up paying $300 for them. And I haven't had a chance to take them and put them up. But this is a Steve Kerr signed jersey. So all part of the Chicago Bulls
Was this 300 together or 300 for just that one?
For all of the jerseys I'm going to show you now, I paid $300 for these.
Okay.
Are you serious? For Scottie Pippen?
Damn.
Are you serious?
And all of them are signed or authenticated by like JSA, which is like a leader of, sports authenticating.
Yep.
I wonder who the next one. Horace Grant, Luke Longley.
So Dennis Rodman.
Oh, damn.
For $300.
It was a great price. This was before that whole documentary for the Bulls.
Oh, yeah.
After that documentary, I want to say like everything kind of like jumped up in price for anything related to the Bulls.
Wow.
Oh, Tony Kukoc.
Oh, love Tony Kukoc.
This is the whole starting lineup?
Well, don't get too excited because obviously I just showed you 4
you did.
jerseys. So who would be the next one I would show?
It would have to be Michael Jordan.
It would be, right?
Get out of here. Get the
Are
you serious?
Wow.
Yes, but this is not real because it's a stitched signature.
Okay.
So if you don't know,
still cool.
Yeah, it's still cool. I mean, this jersey alone, as it is probably like a $75 to $100 jersey. But the thing is after buying the other 4 jerseys, I come to find out, that if you really want to get a signed Michael Jordan jersey, they run around $2,000 or $3,000. And a lot of the ones that you typically find on eBay, they're fake. He has a signed contract with Upper Deck, so unless it has Upper Deck, authentication, it's not really real. So that's something that I probably won't afford to get at some point because just how expensive, the jerseys, are. If you do want to get Jordan's jersey, it's not cheap at all.
Well, those have to look great
like a little
together,
mini
too.
collection of signed jerseys that I have.
That's
Do you
amazing.
have them up on the walls and stuff?
They're pretty heavy because they're in like a shadow type box. So I would probably need something more sturdy to put it up. Like the gentleman that I had bought them from, he had like a kind of like a 2x4 style that he was able to put it up on. I'm afraid if I put that up, it's going to just fall and break. Like I have Joe Montana, I have Jerry Rice. I ended up giving my father Bob Greasy for his birthday one day because he's a huge, Dolphins fan. So
yeah, so is my dad. He loves Greasy.
Very nice. The first 2 people you put the footy pile, I was like, who are these guys? And then you pulled up some Bulls spots. Like, I know these guys.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very good.
And that's why
All
Simon's hair is like that, right?
It's a big Bulls fan.
Yep.
Right. So, something I used to collect, which I never really considered as collectibles when I was buying them. But now that I look back on it, and now that I see what other people show, they absolutely were. My pride and joy back in the day was my DVD collection. Right? So before, like, one of these shelves used to just be like full of DVDs, 2 rows back, and it was my pride and joy. And then one day I decided, you know what? I started buying all this stuff, so I had to put them all in a box and stuff. So I thought I'd go through and just show some of my more collectible type of cases and things. So here's like a Grease DVD in a leather jacket, which I think is pretty cool.
I remember when those came out, there was a Pink Ladies one as well.
Yeah, that's right. I bought that one for this girl that I liked at the time. Reservoir Dogs in a gasoline can.
Oh, nice.
15th anniversary. I think I got that one for free because I used to work in the DVD department. I also worked for Blockbuster back in the day too. This one I still haven't opened, and I don't know if I ever will. But this is with the Transformers with the transforming case. So the DVD case actually transformed into Optimus Prime.
Wow. I never saw that.
Yeah, I was. I've never opened it, but yeah, that's what it can do.
I wish you would now so I could see it.
Kind of reminds me of I think Blaster.
Sorry?
It reminds me of Blaster or Soundwave, like it looks like it's like maybe
the way he transforms. The next one, this is not a collector's edition, but this one was signed. So this is a documentary about Mark Chopper Reed. Do you know who that is, Tyler?
Mm-mm.
Chopper is very famous. So there was a movie made about him, played by Eric Bana, which was like a really, I guess, a cult classic, you could say. But this was signed by the real Chopper. He came into my work one day and he was asking why the DVDs hadn't been put out, and I ran that department. So I was like, "Oh, I'll go get him. I'll go get him." And I quickly got him to sign it for me. So it says, "Chopper, read, never plead guilty." He was like a criminal, like a famous criminal here.
Oh wow!
There's a famous video of him getting interviewed on the news, and he puts a bullet on the gun, does like a Russian roulette, and points it at the news reporter and shoots it. Like, yeah,
did it go off?
No, it didn't. But it was just like,
holy
what
shit!
the hell are you doing? Yeah, so he's passed away now. So, but I thought I'd share that one. And then I've just got a couple of steelbooks, Blu-ray steelbooks, because this is something I think I would like to start collecting more of. I don't have many. I've only got a few. I've got this, which I didn't even like this movie. I just bought it to watch it, and I didn't. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's really different.
It was very. I said afterwards, I was like, it's not really for Batman fans. It's more for anime fans than it is like for DC comic fans, I would say. So I like the art style and everything. It just, the story was a lot. This is, again, not a great movie, but look at that cover. Woo! And then I haven't opened this one, but I don't know why I haven't. I could have sworn I watched this. So I don't know why it's still sealed, but it's the Joker Steelbook, which is awesome.
Yeah, Steelbooks are great. A lot of people collect those here.
Yes, I definitely want to get the Batman when that comes out, because the No Way Home one just came out at our work, and apparently Sarah was saying we only got 4 of them, and they were sold like within an hour or something. So, all right, that's my round 2.
All right. Well, since Jonathan just showed off something sports related, that's where I'm going to go next. So, as a kid, I was really, really into baseball. I would still say I am, but back then I played every day. Every day I could play. I watched as much as I possibly could, and I loved the history of baseball. I remember looking up in old books and stuff who had the most hits and home runs, and like I was a huge fan of like Hank Aaron and Pete Rose, even though I never actually got to watch them play. But I was a first baseman myself, and I always wanted one of their old baseball gloves because I just thought they looked so cool. So when I got to be an adult, I finally decided I was going to get one. So I think this is a 1940 first baseman's mitt, and it's really small. Like my hand is like most of the glove. But this is what a first baseman's mitt looked in the 40s, and it's in fantastic condition. Like you can still read everything on it. It says EGW, professional model. It's made in Philadelphia. It has the strap on it, and like the webbing is fantastic, and it's original webbing. Like I'm really surprised at the condition it's in. I don't know how much it's worth now, but when I got it, it was like $200, I think. And it was a long time ago. And I also, what'd you say?
What's it smell like?
I would just say a baseball glove.
Old leather.
Yeah.
I was going to say, does it age like an old comic book,
No. Baseball gloves can really last forever as long as you don't have them like wet and stuff, I guess. But I also played a lot of pitching. I pitched a lot. I love pitching. And so I wanted to get a regular glove too. And I loved these old gloves because the fingers didn't connect. So like these old gloves are really, really classic. And this one I bought in box, and I don't think it was ever used. So this is like a brand new glove from whatever the hell year it was. And this is a Pee Wee Reese glove. And he was a famous Dodger shortstop. And he was a kid. I think he was 8 years old. He was a professional marbles player as a kid. And the smallest marble is called the Pee Wee. And that is why he was called Pee Wee Reese for his entire baseball career, because he was good at marbles when he was a kid. So it's kind of funny that stuck. but these are the only 2 old gloves I have, but I absolutely love them. I would love to collect them, but I collect comics now, and I can't afford things like this.
Funny thing, Charlie, you mentioned yesterday when we hung out on the Bag and Board stream that, we get bored about when you talk about baseball. I forgot, I played baseball. Like when I was 13 for high school, we had a baseball team. So I played and I had my own glove. I think it was a black one. I think the brand was Easton. Is that a brand?
Yeah, Easton. Yeah, for sure.
It was an Easton glove. I played shortstop. That was my position. I was the backup pitcher too, but I never pitched a game because our actual pitcher played baseball like outside of school as well. So we made it to the grand final, and then got our asses kicked.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah. So, yeah,
that one glove kind of looks like a Mickey Mouse hand, right?
Yeah, it really does. It's really funny looking. It's incredible how stiff it is. Like, it just came in the box. The box was a little beat up, but to think this may have never even been used, because my God, it needs like majorly unstiffed, but I don't want to mess with it now. Obviously, it's like a relic, I guess. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. I don't have really any sports collectibles anymore. All right, that's what you got. That's your round 2.
Yep, that was my round 2.
Excellent.
All right. So, have you guys seen Tron or Tron Legacy?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Tron Legacy, obviously, it's the sequel, and about 2010, they released figures. Disney released them. They were Tron Legacy figures. So originally, there was only 6 figures that they released as part of what they call like the Series 1. See, this is Series 2, this figure. So on the Series 1 figures, they show you more or less the figures that you can, you get, which is like Sam Flynn, Clue, Rinsler, Blackguard, Kevin Flynn, and Clue's Sentry. So these were the 6 figures that were part of the first series action figures. And so they released a second series or second wave of figures. And by that time, like the sales of these figures were kind of dwindling. Like it wasn't as popular. They kind of waited too long to release the figures. And so on the third wave of figures, they had released this figure called Jarvis and this figure Quora. And on the back, they showed a figure by the name of Castor. So Castor is also known as, I want to say it's Ruse. Zeus, sorry. So in the movie, he's also called Zeus. Now, this figure wasn't actually released in stores at all. What happened was they did not get this actor's permission to use his likeness in a figure. So this was never on the store shelf. The rumor is that there's only like 300 of these actually made. I think the store employees or like the manufacturer employees were allowed to take the figure home, and I believe like the rest were probably just thrown away. So when these actually came up on the market, a lot of people were buying them for like $1,000 when they originally came out, because no one knew really what the production number of this figure was. So the figure itself, I mean, he has such a small role in the movie, but it's really, like I said, it's such an interesting and cool figure. It actually does have a pretty good likeness to the actor his name is Michael Sheen. And it kind of reminds me, like, the way his hair looks and how he played in the movie, he kind of reminds me of like a young David Bowie.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, he's kind of a cool character. Like I said, it's kind of interesting. Disney didn't get his permission to, I guess, use his likeness in a figure, and so these are pretty rare. I think there's one on eBay right now in like the UK, and I think it's like $900. But yeah, I mean, I didn't pay anything near that, thankfully, and I'm not exactly sure if this is something I'd probably part with at some point. Maybe down the road, I might. But yeah, I actually have all of the figures from this series. And a lot of people, when they saw this figure in the store, they actually thought that it was the other figure, because, it kind of looks similar. They're both white.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times people mistaken this figure when they saw it on the shelf for this one. But like I said, this one never actually hit the shelf. And I'm sure, like, for a lot of people, who want to actually complete it, seeing him on the back just kind of like is aggravating because it's not really a figure that was ever released.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Who was Cora who was Olivia Wilde? Who did she play in Legacy? The chick in it?
I don't really know. I know there was one girl. She's pretty hot. I think her name was Siren.
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah,
she's the main girl in it. Yeah, she had a massive crush on her.
Yeah, God Tank said, "Let it breathe."
No,
yeah, crack that baby open.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's see it pose.
It's never coming out of the package. Sorry.
No, that would be a bad decision.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey man, I'm all about, because I'm an inbox collector, but if it presents well in the box, it looks good in the box. Obviously, if it's covered up, you can't see it, then take it out, sure. But that's mostly statues and stuff. So, all right, nice. Like that information. Thank you, Jonathan.
Yeah, I love those weird stories like that.
Oh wait, it's not your turn. Where am I going? Oh, what am I doing? Oh my god, it's been a while.
What a noob.
All right, I'm back. What's my next one? 1, 2. I'll show you this. So a character that I've become very nostalgic with more recently, because I used to love this character as a kid. In fact, it was my favorite comic book series, is Sonic.
Yes.
So I've got a bunch of Sonic the Hedgehog things. I don't have too many things, but this was a pin that a friend of mine who I work with gave me, which is very nice of him. Here's another. This one I bought. This is a fig pin, Sonic. There we go. This is awesome. So this is my favorite Sonic thing that I have, because I just stumbled across it one day. I was like, oh, that's cool. And Sarah was there, and she's like, oh, do you want it? I was like, nah, I don't have the money. She was like, I'll buy it for you. So she bought it for me. And it's a Sonic the Hedgehog tech deck.
Oh, yes. Tech decks were awesome.
I tried to find information on these, and I cannot find... Like, I've seen other Sonic ones, and they go for a bit, but I've never seen this anywhere. Like, so I don't quite know how tech deck collecting goes, but I cannot find any information on this. So, yeah, I'm really stoked that I found this other one with Shadow the Hedgehog, which goes for a bit. But, yeah, I can't find this anywhere. So, I'd like to find more information about collecting tech decks, and because they've just got random like skateboard brands, and then there was like a Sonic the Hedgehog one, so I was like, cool. So I'm very stoked that I got that. I've got the Sonic the Hedgehog Amiibo. The first Sonic the Hedgehog pop vinyl as well goes for the top dollar. It's like $400 pop. That's the Amiibo. And then the last thing is Sarah bought these recently. I think we're going to do a live stream and build these.
Oh, cool.
To the Nano Blocks. So, Sarah's really into these Nano Blocks. She bought me the Sonic one, and I think she's going to do the Knuckles one. So we're going to hopefully do it on a live stream. That is the plan. So that is my round 3, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic has such a classic look. It would be a shame if they ever changed it to something really different. But I have that one as well.
Oh, nice.
Mine's sparkly. Is yours sparkly?
How did you just pull it out so quickly?
I can really pull it out whenever I feel like it.
Yeah. Mine is not sparkly. You must have some sort of glitter variant.
I don't know. I must. Lisa got it for me for Christmas or something. All right. So this next one, this was my favorite movie when I was younger. It's still one of my favorite movies for sure. But I used to collect like a bunch of different variants of it and stuff. And that is Fight Club. So I have a bunch of different Fight Clubs. This is a Fight Club metal pack, and apparently it includes a ticket to the Predator.
What?
Which maybe I'll pull that out and go see it here pretty soon. But this is pretty old. I love the art. We get a bunch of cool different art styles. This one is probably my favorite one. This is a German version of Fight Club. And it's wrapped in like the soap wrapper from the movie. And obviously all the words are in German, so I can't read it. But I love that cover. This one is a steelbook. And this is the DVD, I think, from when it actually came out, or pretty soon after it came out.
DVD steelbook.
Yeah, DVD steelbook. It is a super odd one. This was just a random slipcover that got released and like was gone before you even knew it. I don't really know why, because they didn't change the actual artwork on the main thing, but then they just got a new slipcover. So of course I had to buy it because I'm that guy. This is like the classic looking one. This is a metal pack, not a steelbook, which is a little different on the side. It just opens with one seam instead of two. We don't talk about Fight Club. You're right. I've got this Blu-ray limited edition. This is a steelbook as well. I love this one because it has the acid burn on the back of the hand, which I think is a underutilized part of the movie, like in advertising. And this is a Comic-Con 2013. Yeah, they come out with Comic-Con variants for Blu-rays. And it is a Space Monkey variant, which is even weirder. A really cool looking one, and also the Blu-ray itself is different. It's like black. But that's all leading up to something that I really, really love, and that is my Fight Club poster.
Oh,
that is signed by Meatloaf, Helena Bonham Carter, Jared Leto, Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, and David Fincher.
Wow.
My favorite director, one of my favorite actors, Jared Leto, of course, not Brad Pitt. And Helena Bonham Carter, probably one of my favorite actresses.
Very cool.
Yep.
I've gone and grabbed something to show you because I've got something Fight Club that you might appreciate.
I want to get the laser disc one day. That is on my bucket list. I've never been able to find one in person. So if you ever see one, anybody, let me know.
There is a collector store down here that has Laserdisc, and I think they had Star Wars last time I was there, but that was before I was a Star Wars guy. I didn't buy it.
I do not have the Aussie release, MadSpidey.
I'll show you something real quick before we move to Jonathan. I'm not massive on Fight Club. Like, it's a movie that I think I should like, so I've watched it many times, and it's not really my jam. Like, I like it sort of, but I don't love it as much as I should. But an ex-girlfriend of mine bought me this.
Oh, nice. I have seen that art before. That is fantastic.
But yeah, when she bought me that, I was like, why'd you buy me this? I didn't even like the movie that much.
Hey, it's a pretty cool art piece still.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. That artist did like a whole bunch of different movies. I think they did an American History X one, which I would have loved. I love that movie. All right, what do we got? Oh.
All right, so a big staple of my childhood, obviously was like G.I. Joe, He-Man, and obviously Transformers. So this is Fortress Maximus. I've always been a fan of like the whole Headmasters version or figures, line of Transformer figures, because the head turns into an actual Transformer. So this giant figure obviously has a smaller one here, and then this smaller figure has another head.
What?
Yeah, so that was just, like I said, something that I liked as a kid, Transformers. So this is one of my favorite figures, the Fortress Maximus. I've always been a fan of combiners. This is obviously like a newer version, figure. This isn't the original Devastator. But it's a pretty big figure.
Damn, that is sick.
And the cool thing is I think I paid like $60 from this on Facebook Marketplace, and I want to say like at the time this was maybe like $150 to $200 figure. So just as a kid, just having the idea of all these little figures turning into like a bigger robot was just kind of exciting.
Is that Devastator made up of other?
Yeah.
Like, is that all the different ones all joined together?
You have the cement mixer. He actually pulls off.
And because that's sick, man.
Yeah, all of the figures, come off and are able to transform also to not only the robot, but the vehicle as well.
I remember as a kid, all the joining ones, so you could never get them all. There'd always be like one or two that would be really hard to get, so you could never complete.
So this isn't the original, I think Bruticus, but it kind of goes to show you like the difference in size now from like back then, to now.
Yeah.
They definitely come a long way as far as collecting. But I used to love, like I said, just these toys as a kid. So now that I'm an adult, the whole collecting market has kind of changed. And like these feet here on this figure are actually not standard to like the ones that came with the figure. I actually bought like an aftermarket add-on kit because it makes it look better. Like the original feet were just like plastic little, I don't know, like really small pieces. They didn't really like go too well. And the same thing with the hands. The hands were never like really hands, but these are. So it's kind of nice to go on there. And there's a lot of people that end up having aftermarket parts that they 3D print and just different things like that. So it's always nice to like upgrade and like show like update them so it kind of makes it more like yours. Like this one here is a Power of the Primes Abominus figure, and the feet here are upgraded. The hands, I think the guns are also part of like I think an upgrade kit. But yeah, I just love the size of these figures. They're so cool. My son's into it as well. He likes playing with them as well.
God, they're so big like that. I wish they made shit like that still. Just
yeah, and
so
this is also another one of those headmaster figures where the head comes off and it's another little figure.
So funny.
Yeah, it's just like I said, I just have like a love or affinity for that. And of course, my favorite Transformer probably of all is Soundwave. So this was the Walmart reissue. I don't think I ever actually had one as a kid, like the actual original Generation 1. I think my cousin did, and that's kind of why I've always wanted one because he had one. But yeah, Soundwave is my favorite. That was like a Walmart re-release. And then in 2015, they came out with what's called like a platinum figure for him. And I think every year they have some kind of platinum figure. It's a different figure altogether. But he's kind of clear and he's got like, I don't know, like copperish color to him. But the accessories on this is so cool. Like if you remember, back in the day, Megatron would actually, from his big size, go all the way into a small, gun that he could actually carry. So I think that, that is like one of the coolest figures, part of this figure that I enjoy was being able to have this and have it to be displayed. And of course you got all of the, the cassettes. I think there's Energon cubes and things in it. So this figure really comes with a lot of pieces and accessories to it, which is like really cool.
Yeah, that is.
I've actually taken this out of the box because I couldn't help it.
I would love to get an original Megatron.
Me too. That's part of one of my goal lists of buying one. And unfortunately, it seems like every time I'm in the market for one just seems to be. It's a figure that kind of gets expensive when you're looking for it.
Yeah. Next week I'm going to go visit my brother who's a massive toy collector. So I'm going to do a bunch of videos. We're going to do stuff about his Star Wars collection because that's the biggest thing he's got. But we're also going to do a video about his Transformers and stuff like that. So that's in the works, and I'm excited because I haven't been to his house for like 3 years. So, all right, it's back to me. I remember having that Megatron gun when I was a kid. Yeah, so I had a lot of cool Transformers as a kid, but my brother had all the ones that I didn't have. Like he had Soundwave, Shockwave, Megatron, all that stuff. What am I up to? Okay, Star Wars guy time. So I just thought I'd show some of the Star Wars because obviously I don't really buy many pops these days because it's just it gets out of gets out of hand. But because I recently became a Star Wars guy, I have picked up a few Star Wars pops, so I thought I'd show. So this was my first ever Star Wars pop.
Oh, Cad Bane, nice.
Yeah, so I picked that up like a couple of days after he appeared on a Boba Fett. I was like,
I was gonna ask if you picked him up before or not.
nah, it was straight after, mate. I was like, oh, Cad Bane, he looks cool. Sarah bought me this one, this Mando here, which is like the Valentine's Day ones. It's got a love heart in the number. That's cute. And then she also bought me this one. This one I was actually wanting to buy anyway, and then she got it in for me at work, and then she bought it, which is the Mando with the glow in the dark saber. I reckon that's sick. So I found this. It was on eBay pre-order for $50. I was like, whoa, $50? It's like it doesn't even come out yet. It's going to come out and be on shelf for $20. Like, didn't make sense. So our work was actually getting them, but there was only 5 left, and you could only get them online. So Sarah transferred one in from our online team and got me one, which is good. And then the last one, Star Wars Chase. Star Wars Chase.
Nice.
Yeah. So Sarah bought me this one too. Hopefully she's not watching right now.
What's the chase of this? Does he have like no helmet or?
Yeah, no helmet, which is pretty cool. But hopefully she's not watching right now because this is actually hers. She brought it home, and I was like, "Did you buy that for me?" She's like, "No." I was like, "Oh, it's kind of
That's okay. You guys share your collectibles.
No, we don't.
Sure looks like it to me.
So they are my Star Wars pops. No, it wouldn't be nice.
See?
It wouldn't be nice. No,
that's nice of you.
No. All right, we're going back to Tyler for round 4.
I know my shop has the Boba Fett metal. It's like die cast, and then there's a chase of that. They have both, and they look sick. It's like a see-through box. Like they're even it's like all 3D the whole way around. You see through it. I've never seen anything like it. All right, so this next one is kind of a different one, but Lisa and I, for like our entire relationship together, have been huge movie fans. Obviously, I always have these movies behind me. I just showed some movies, but for the longest time, I saved all of our tickets. So this is I don't know if this is technically a collectible, but it really is because I collected them. So it's just fun because you just reach into them as like you see a movie. Oh, here's when we saw Lion King. That's ironic. That's really ironic that I pulled that. I did not plan that, but we actually walked down the aisle to the Lion King because my sister was born the day the Lion King came out, and I don't know. There's just a lot of significance. Let's look for another one.
Dig deep. I want to see what's.
I'm not trying to like rig it. Here. What is this one? Avengers Infinity War. That was a good one. But when we moved into our house, so after I had saved, this is not even close to all of them. This is like a quarter of them. We decided to get a G, and we like plastered them onto the G. So this is full, all the sides with movie tickets of movies that we saw together when we moved into the house together.
But you can't see them anymore.
Some of them are faded from the sun, but it doesn't really matter because we have like doubles of every single ticket, and we only use one of each one. And
that's true.
You can still read them. Like here's Fury, Gone Girl, Monsters University, Nightcrawler, Wolf of Wall Street, Drive, Mad Max, Fury Road, Transformers 2D. Dumb and Dumber 2, what a classic. Horrible Bosses. So yeah, this is maybe a little bit more of a random one, but I have so many more than this, but I couldn't get them all out. But we don't collect them anymore, unfortunately, because we have to buy them online or wait in line for like 30 minutes to get our tickets because they don't do box office tickets anymore.
I think when we order them online here, you go to the desk and they still give you tickets sometimes. So, because Sarah likes to hold on to them, I used to hold on to tickets, but then it was just like, what am I doing with these things? But yeah, Sarah still likes to hold on to tickets lately. So
It's memories. It's really cool. I mean, it's something we've literally gone on date nights to movies forever. So it's like, I don't know, just like captures our entire relationship right here, right? This is it. Nothing more, nothing less.
That's a good thing Sarah can do without stuff. Sarah, you can make them all into paper cranes because she's good at that.
Yeah, but that's
all right,
it.
Jonathan.
All right, so I'm a big Spider-Man collector, lover, and not only do I collect comic books, but I like to collect Spider-Man action figures.
Nice.
So I have a lot from different series, some funny different play sets and things that I've collected throughout the years. And I'm going to probably build up to something that I've never found in the world, like as hunting for action figures. This is a Scorpion Spider Slayer. This is from like the 90s cartoon animation series, animated series. Some more Spider-Man like playset action figures.
Man, all of those are sick.
Yeah. This one's pretty cool because it's a bigger package because it's the Hobgoblin's wing bomber. It's one of those things where, you know, unfortunately the figure is sold separately. So I have the figure as well. I didn't really like put it aside because the next thing I'm going to show you after this one is kind of going to be where I'm going to go and give you the idea of like you know, like of hard to explain. Like I'll explain it when I get there. But yeah, this one's a Tri-Spider Slayer. It's kind of big. All of these are you know, still new. I haven't opened them. But here we go. So if you find like the original like Spider-Man movie series figures, you know, like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man figures.
Yeah,
these are
sweet.
So cool because they're multi articulated, and a lot of people, they like that because, you know, you get the most poses that you can from these figures. So like this Doc Ock figure, I want to say is like at least $100 figure, you know, if you wanted to buy it. So I haven't been able to collect all of them because of the price point of how expensive these figures are getting. I can't remember if it's from Spider-Man 2, but if you ever get a chance, go and look online. I think it's called the Spider-Man Scooter, and it's a figure with Tobey Maguire, and the scooter shoots out pizzas. and so that figure is like a $400 or $600 figure. It's like that you know, expensive and crazy. But yeah, here's another Doc Ock figure from Spider-Man 2. And actually here, that's the actual one that I'm talking about right there.
Oh, yeah.
Scooter Spider-Man. So pizzas actually shoot out from the back of his scooter.
Maybe it's just,
like I said, I don't have that.
Maybe it's just the nostalgia or something, but I don't know why those figures just seem to be cooler.
So yeah, this is a dual figure with Doc Ock and Spider-Man, 37 points of articulation. And so here's what I've never found before. I actually have a error. See, this one here is supposed to be a spin and kick Spider-Man. So like the packaging, if you look at the bottom, it says it's a battle attack Spider-Man. So it's incorrect because it's supposed to be this figure right here. So the figure is right, but the wording on the packaging is not. So it's an error.
Oh,
so I've never come across another one like it.
Top dollar, mate. Top dollar.
Yeah, you would think so. But yeah, these figures, they're just awesome. You know, I think a lot of people gravitate to them because they display really well.
Yeah, they do
because of the articulation of them.
Yeah, the boxes look amazing.
Yeah, a friend of mine from Colombia actually messaged me. He's got one from that series of Spider-Man. He's like, "Hey man, do you think this is worth anything? Do you think it's worth selling?" So I looked it up for him, and there was a few people selling him for like $200-300.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard when you're into collectibles and all these different things, and everything just gets to be so expensive. I don't know how like kids nowadays who want to collect and play with these things, how they fare.
You just got to get 2 of them, I guess.
That's right.
So on my next round, can I bring something else? Because I don't know how much time do we have for the next round, more or less.
We normally try to wrap it within an hour, but if we've got
Perfect.
to go,
no. The next one I have will be really quick then. Perfect.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Like I want to get through everyone's stuff, so that's fine. Just when we can wrap it in within an hour, it's good. But if we go over, that's fine.
We'll be over a little bit.
Is that your round though for this one?
Yeah, that's it for this round.
Okay. All right. So my final round, I've never done this before, but I'm going to unbox something. And if I have any technical difficulties, I might actually come back to me and let you guys share this stuff. But for my birthday recently this year, my brother got me this thing here. It's like a mini Joker bust, but it's a talking bust and it has an illustrated book. So I was like, I want to hear this thing. So I thought I'd open it up on here. And the coolest thing is it actually says batteries included, which is a very rare thing. So I'll actually take this bad boy out and see what it says. There's a little book in here. Little Joker book. Behind the smile. Oh. Okay. Just some information about the Joker in there. All right. How do I do this? Do I pull this tab out?
Yeah, that releases the battery.
How does he talk? Say something.
There's got to be a button, right?
There's a button on the back, but
how old is it?
I don't know. It's not that old. There's no like power. There's no power button. There's just a button on the back. You press. But it's not doing anything. I'm gonna get a screwdriver and I'll check the battery, but I'll just move on and then I'll maybe come back to it. So you go, Tyler.
It's cool looking at least. So this last one, I've showed it off before. It's one of my favorite things I own, and most people don't care at all. I'm sure Jonathan already knows what's coming. But this is my Steamboat Willie pin collection. And the only reason I'm showing it again is because I haven't showed it in a long time, and I love it, obviously. But I think I'm like 99% sure I do have the biggest Steamboat Willie pin collection in the world. I have some incredibly rare ones. This pin board was gifted me by Lisa for my birthday, I think 3 years ago. I didn't really put like my favorites on there. I just tried to organize it so it looked good on the hat. So this is the Steamboat Willie hat. And Steamboat Willie, if you don't know who that is, that's the first sound cartoon with Mickey Mouse in it from, well, what was it? Why don't I remember? 1918, 1928. So that's like the hat. And as soon as I got that, I knew I had to get something more for the rest of them. Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
So I had to get this Mickey Mouse head for the rest of my Steamboat Willie pins. This is most of the rest of them. I've got some fantasy pins on there, some really big ones on there, a couple that Jonathan showed me, like that one. Because this one has Steamboat Willie on it, but it's not called a Steamboat Willie pen. It's a Mickey pen. So when Jonathan found this pen, he was like, dude, you need this. I was like, I had never seen it, but Steamboat Willie is on there with a stamp. I'm trying to show it the best I can because I can't get it super close. But I have some mini from overseas, some incredibly rare ones, some that haven't come to market for a couple of years. All of these Stitch pins, which I'll raise it up, and this pin only come up. Man, the Stitch pins maybe one a year, and I have all 3 of them completing the set. So that is a really rare set. Winnie the Pooh is Steamboat Willie. I've got Steamboat Forky on the bottom. A couple of
Is your one on there?
ones. Oh yeah, I do.
Tyler is Steamboat Willie on there.
Yeah. So there's one right under my finger right there, Steamboat Tootsie.
Oh, yeah, I can see him. I can see him.
And then there's the colored version a little further down, next to the profile and above the stitches. But it is insanely heavy.
Is that Mickey board supposed to be a pin board?
Yeah, it is a pin board. Yeah, I got it customized on Etsy.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Oh.
I had a hard time believing you that you had that many Steamboat Willie things.
Yeah, I do have quite a few. I've been collecting since like 2002 maybe. Yeah, but that's it. That was mine.
Oh wow.
Very nice.
No funny bugger stuff?
No, I wouldn't do that.
All right, mate.
Bring out the Ultimate Fallout 4.
Well, yeah, no, I'm waiting for it. Let's go out with a bang, mate. What you got?
Well, this one was really for Tyler, okay? Because I know he's a big, Disney fan, and this is actually something that I just picked up today. So this wasn't in my collection prior to today. So I like to, because I live in Central Florida, I'm like in the Disney capital of the world. So I'm able to find a lot of things that were what you call like Disney theme park used or authentic. They were used in the parks. So today I ended up picking up this 60th Mickey sign from the actual park.
I was gonna say I have a pin with this on it. Yep, that has the Steamboat Willie on the bottom.
Look who's there?
Yep.
That is
amazing.
There you go.
That is super cool, man.
Yeah. So this is pretty cool. I ended up, like I said, talking to a guy that was local on Facebook Marketplace, and I ended up picking it up. It was just a porch pickup. The guy just said, "Here, it's on my porch. Put the money under the mat, and that's it."
Wow.
Wow. So you didn't even need to pay for it.
Steamboat Willie there. And when I went to go pick it up, I had to go and actually take a measuring tape. I had to make sure that it was the right dimensions because obviously there are people that fabricate these things, but just based on the graphics and the size, I knew that it was authentic. But that's pretty much it. This would have been like essentially like on a lamppost at the park.
Yep. Yeah, that is incredible. Love it. Nick.
Does it still there's no working feature to it now?
It's just a stationary sign. Like I had banners and they just like dangle, or they just they just stay in place. It's nothing really special about it. This kind of has like a little bit of a reflecting finish to it. And that's pretty much just it. So this was in 1988. So that goes to show you like the age of what the sign is from when it was at the park.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that is amazing. Great logo.
Yeah, he's got like a dapper look to him.
Yep.
But yeah, I figured you would enjoy that, Tyler. Like I said, because of Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, I knew as soon as you pulled it out, there is a pin of this exact logo, and it has obviously Steamboat Willie on it as well. So I knew as soon as you pulled it out what it was.
If it was a pin, you'd barely be able to see him, wouldn't you?
Yep, you're right. He's really small on there.
Yeah. It wasn't until I actually got it and I realized that he was on there. Because in the picture, you really couldn't tell, like on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was all I wanted to show for this round.
Awesome. Was there something else? You said you had some...
No, I wasn't sure how long we had because, I know you're a Star Wars guy, but I wanted to show you some like Star Wars Mickey Mouse stuff. But
let's do it. No, let's do it, man. Let's do it. We're only a few minutes over. Let's do it.
All right. So then if you can show something else, I'll be right back.
Well, I'll show you the thing. This didn't work out as I planned. I pressed the button as many times as I could, and it just didn't want to work. So I slipped the battery thing back in there, and it's going back in the box. So that was That did not go as planned. Yeah, so we're gonna one last thing before. Actually, you know what? While he's doing that, do you want to plug anything you got going on, mate?
Nope.
What? Oh wait, I didn't mean to remove you. All right, we're waiting on the big finale.
Yeah, I wish I got an extra round. How come he gets extra?
Did he say Mickey Mouse Star Wars?
Yeah, Mickey Mouse Star Wars.
I read the directions. It just said remove the battery tab. Mate, you missed everything. You missed everything.
Not everything. We have one bonus round.
One more thing. It's gonna be the big finale, apparently. So
yeah. I have seen most of this stuff. Well, maybe not most. I've seen a handful of this stuff before, and it is really cool stuff.
So if you didn't like Star Wars before, if you like Muppets, you kind of got the mash mix up right here. Definitely love these figures. I don't have them all, but yeah, that kind of shows you what kind of other figures they have.
Muppets. I have seen it. Now that you say it. Oh, is it all Muppets you got?
Well, I have Muppets, but I also have like Mickey and
because I saw something in an antique shop recently. It was a Minnie Mouse Star Wars thing. Oh, look at that! That's cool.
Chip and Dale.
Yes, Chip and Dale. That is awesome.
Donald Duck as a shadow trooper. Some more Muppets.
I feel like they don't do these anymore.
No, they don't. And I feel like they kind of missing out on the licensing opportunity. I think a lot of people would like it. You would think so. Yeah. But I don't really know how true Star Wars fans feel, with this kind of a mashup. Not everybody likes it,
How? If you like Star Wars and Muppets, there's no way you can't like this.
So this one is Stitch as Emperor Palpatine, the hologram. It's kind of cool.
That is sweet. See, Chip wants them now.
Yeah. If you didn't know these exist, they're some of them are cheap, some of them are not. But here's an actual nice, cool looking playset. It's the Sarlacc.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, nice.
So you got Pete as Boba Fett.
Hey, Pete.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. You don't need to take it out of the box. It displays really good, just in this kind of like diorama set. Now this one, I was surprised when I found what this one kind of goes for online. So this is Jedi Mickey's Starfighter. So you've got Mickey and then an R2. But yeah, this I think is maybe like $150 or $200 last time I had looked for this silly, play set. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it definitely has me wanting to look stuff up, but I'm not gonna.
So here's Donald Duck as Commander Cody.
Oh, that was a great one.
This is probably one of my favorite figures. Stitch as General Grievous.
That's cool.
Stitch's everything is always good.
So I think this is what Aurora Singh. Daisy as Aurora Singh. And there's one here. I'm trying to find it. So these are Huey, Dewey, and Loowee as the Jawas. It's kind of cool.
That is fantastic.
And so last one I'm going to show is Goofy as Cad Bane.
Oh, man. That's the best one.
Yes.
That's the best one.
Wow.
Oh, come on, Chip.
Man, I want that one. I need to look that one up just out of curiosity so I can watch it for a rainy day.
Yeah.
That one is sweet.
Yeah, there's several waves of figures. I think I just showed pretty much the whole wave of that of those figures for that series. But yeah, they're absolutely cool. I have another box, but that's for another day. But thank you for letting me show you this last bit of Star Wars.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. It was all related. It was all Disney. It was all Mickey Mouse Disney related, so it counts. All right. Well, before we wrap it up, mate, Jonathan, what you got coming up? Anything coming up on your channel, mate?
Yes. Sure. I have a 100 subscriber giveaway that it's still open for people to basically comment and follow the directions on how you can enter. So that's pretty much the what I have going on. I'm gonna try to get some videos with kind of like hauls of things that I pick up, because I pick up things like on a weekly basis, toys and other collectibles.
Awesome. Yeah, and make sure, guys, if you haven't subbed to Jonathan or Whack Comics Daddy, their links are in the description below. And that's it. We did it. I'm going to try to do another show this coming Wednesday, maybe. So it'll be Tuesday night in the US. Wednesday, that's a maybe, but I'm going to try to get that organized. So, yeah, thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate it. And thank you to you guys for bringing the heat today.
Yeah. A lot of fun stuff today. Different stuff.
Yeah. Thank you.
Killed it. So, awesome. Yeah, thanks, everyone, for watching. And enjoy the rest of your days. And keep it simple.